And let's see, Maddie, I'm going to make you the co-host.
I don't know. Let me see who's here.
I can hear you. I'm not sure if that's Ellen, but when you're coming in, if you could just go ahead and mute. Unless you want to say something, if you want to say hi or you want to ask a question, feel free to unmute.
He fixes things.
Okay. Maybe just another minute. Okay. Well, let me just start off by saying thank you so much for a wonderful year. It was great to get to know so many parents, and I hope that it's hard to believe actually that it's June already and that we're going to be starting summer camp, but really appreciated all the support this year, getting to know your children. I think we look at the kids and we think, how did they grow so much this year? And it was an amazing experience to get to know the families, and we really appreciate you all for everything you've done this year. And the summer program is kind of nice because you get the opportunity to meet some other parents. Your children get a chance to meet some other kids. You'll be exposed to different teaching teams. It's always nice for our teachers too. They get an opportunity to meet different educators and share ideas, and it really is, it's a nice opportunity for them as well. So this summer camp meeting, we're just going to go over just kind of the logistics. If you have any questions, kind of go over the routines, the kind of what the expectations are, and get us ready for what's coming up very soon, just in a couple of weeks. So the sessions are divided into 2-week sessions. The days begin at 8:30, end at 5. Nature Explorers are first, and we don't have school on the 19th. Storybook Camp is next, not on the 4th. Session 3 is Aspiring Artists, and then we finish with Science Investigators. And of course, all of the themes are going to involve all areas of the curriculum, but there's going to be a special focus on the theme of the 2-week session and also on art, music, drama, going out into the park, sprinklers, all of the fun camp things that you think of will include that. There'll be a focus on that. This is just a general what you can expect for the daily schedule. The arrivals between 8:30 and 9. And then we have the morning circle, playtime, work period, sometimes we call it in Montessori. Then we'll have the outside time. This is going to be generally a little bit earlier than we have during the school year just because of the heat. And we will keep a close eye on the weather. So if we determine that it would be better to go outside a little earlier, we might go ahead and do that. Oftentimes you'll be asked to have your child dressed to go in the sprinklers. So have their suit on, sunscreen on, ready to go. The teachers will tell you more about that. Lunch may be a picnic or be inside. In the afternoon, we have more playtime, transition to rest time, story or circle, and then we have a rest time every day, and then we finish with afternoon play. Teacher and administrative staffing. So our summer staff is a combination of all the teachers from the 3 campuses. The bios are actually listed on the website under the summer program, so you can go directly to that to take a look at the teacher bios. And they will all be sending a letter to say hello. On the 14th, next Friday, there'll be a walkthrough so that parents and children can meet the teachers, and you can do a meet and greet. The times will be the infants at 1:45. Early childhood at 2:15 and the toddlers at 2:45. If you can't make those particular times, just let us know. It's probably just fine for you to come when you can come. If you have kids in multiple programs, we can kind of make accommodations. The reason why we stretch it out a little bit is just because of the amount of number of people that are coming through. It makes it a little nicer for the hallways. The administrative staff is also from all 3 campuses, and we will have a like a whiteboard in the office that will tell who's on duty and who you can reach out to. And you can always contact me, Susan Cambrick. You get emails from me all the time. I will be around for most of the summer. You'll see me. I won't necessarily be the person that's the point person, but certainly you can reach out to me and I can help out. And there's always going to be people in the office to help you. Everyone's very friendly, and don't hesitate if you have any questions to let us know. Maddie Turry, she's the education director from Central Park Montessori. She will be the first one that will be here in terms of she'll be the camp director. And so she can answer any questions for you too. We will continue to use Brightwheel for daily communications. There'll be a special summer class for Brightwheel. And please put as much information in the Brightwheel app as you can. Like, just take a look, take a moment when you get a chance and just see what you have on the app. It's good for us to have that information there. We'll be sending out newsletters and photos as well as daily activities. If there's anything urgent that you have during summer camp, same thing during the school year, it's probably better for you to call. The number is 212-595-2000. We monitor the Brightwheel along with the teachers, but the teachers are with the children, and they're not necessarily going to be looking at either the iPad or their device during the school day when they're with children. So it's better if you can call the office if there's anything urgent. And then, like I said, everything will be through the Brightwheel. We won't really make a whole lot of use of the email during the summertime. Safety is always paramount in our program. So we have the first aid kits in backpack, go bags when they're leaving the building. They wear safety vests when they're going out of the building. There's children that have allergies. We have that posted in the office and in the classroom. Please make sure that if your child has any allergies, that you make sure they're marked on all of your information. And then anything new pops up, please let the teachers know. We're not able to give medications at school other than rescue medications like inhalers or EpiPens. So if your child is needing medication, give it to your child before school. You can come to school and give it to them, but otherwise we can't do it. If there's any medication like the EpiPen or inhalers, make sure that goes straight to the office and we don't put that in the children's backpack. As far as clothing, make sure that your child has closed-toed shoes. And also with backs, a lot of times sandals are nice, but we play out in the playground. There's a lot of mulch and that can get in the children's toes. So usually sneakers are the best way to go unless you have, and the water shoes. And the list that you have, just follow that list, what you're given in terms of what to bring. Morning drop off. And also if you have any questions, feel free to mark them in the chat, and then Maddie, if you don't mind just monitoring the chat, and there's anything that comes up that I need to answer along the way, then let me know. So morning drop off is between 8:30 and 9, and parents, caregivers can drop off campers at the classroom door. Please keep drop off as brief as possible. If there's some separation issues and if there's any kind of thing, we might ask you to do a short phase-in period for the summer. If your child's very comfortable and they've been there before, or they see their friends from the other schools, that's fine. We don't need to do any kind of phase-in. But if we find that your child is feeling very uncomfortable, and we may suggest that you do a short phase-in, and we'll get to the visit too. Visiting is a nice way to start off, so they're kind of already familiar with the school and where they're going to be going. Strollers, we have limited stroller space, so we need them to be folded up prior to entrance, and they can be stored at school. Strollers must be umbrella type or yo-yo, and we're using the Chestnut Room, which If you haven't been here before, it's on the bottom floor. When you walk into the building, it's to the right, and we will direct you. We'll have signage up everywhere, and the admin staff will be there to direct you, especially on that first few days when you're getting adjusted to where you're going. If some of you are not starting at the first session, we will be there at the beginning of every session to try to help parents navigate the way. And that's another reason when you come to visit, we can kind of show you the lay of the land so you'll know where you're going. We ask that you go up the ramp, and down the stairs. We have, when we do in the morning, you'll see that there's a big flow of people coming. So in front of the building, we have a ramp for strollers and we have stairs. So because people are coming up the ramp, it makes it it flows better. And we also have stairs. We have upstairs and downstairs. So, you know, sometimes children take a little bit of time, and in Montessori, we don't want to rush the children. And so it might take a little bit for the halls to clear. Once we get used to routines, everything evens out a lot easier than in the very beginning when children and parents are getting used to the whole routine. So it may be a little slow the couple days for the first few days, so be patient. And we will, like I said, we'll be there to help you. So we're going to be at the front door to greet staff, and we'll have a clipboard with names where they go in case you think, oh my gosh, where does my child go? I forget the name of the room. We'll help you with that. Again, Brightwheel for all sign in and sign out. And it's like, again, preferred for most routine communication. Pickup is similar. If you have a routine where you're always picking up, at 4:30 and you're picking up later, let us know, or it's vice versa. If you're picking up later, please let us know so that we're aware of when you are coming. 5, do I have this wrong? This is 5 o'clock, right? I'm sorry about that. Pickup's at 5. Apologize. Music class with Jed will be on Thursdays, and each class will have a half-hour session. Plus, we're going to schedule a school-wide sing-along once per session. So it will be divided into the younger children and the older kids, and for the sing-along. Please have your children dressed for the weather. The children will go outside every day that we can. If there's heat advisories, last summer at the beginning of the summer, we had air quality problems that we had to stay in. Hopefully we won't have that. We'll go outside as much as we possibly can. The early childhood program likes to go to the sprinklers almost every day. For the younger children, for the infants, it's more like 2 days a week, and for the toddlers, usually 3 days a week. We will stay in if it's too hot, or we'll go out very early and stay in the shade and come back. So we try to get the kids outside even if it's very warm, and we just stay in the shade. And we have on your list is to bring a hat, that's also for that, but we won't stay out for very long. So kinder dance, you probably saw the emails. They're offering, she's offering classes on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and the kinder dance is operated by Carol Baird, and she's been working with our school for a very long time. She also works with some other schools like Westside Montessori and some other places. It's a very nice program. It's an extra fee. You received an email about that. We will escort kids to the program, but if there is time in between that your child is not in school, then you have to make arrangements for that on your own. And pickup is in the gym for afterwards. Unless your child's staying later, then we will pick your child up in the gym. The gym is located in our school at Central Park Montessori, so it's right there. So please apply sunscreen before your children come to school, and then also there's a sunscreen form which you probably have already signed, so we can reapply it if necessary. And please note the list of what to bring each day. Please label all your items. We want to make sure that all of your children's things come back with you and your child. Please bring an extra snack. These kids are really playing really hard all day, so they're learning, playing, and they're very active, so they need lots of food. So please make sure they have a nice hearty snack that's healthy. I always want to encourage parents to pack very healthy things. If we all work together, it's nice to create that environment where we all have these nice healthy snacks for children, and also thinking about the environment as much as possible, pack so we don't have a lot of garbage. Little Green Gourmets is also available for lunches. You have the link that came up. If you have any questions about that, please let us know. But they will continue to bring lunches in the summer. The walkthrough is, like I said, infants at 1:45, to early child at 2:15, toddler 2:45. If you can't come to the walkthrough on Friday, we can probably make arrangements for you to come at a different time. It may not be exactly the same experience, but we can make arrangements so that your child can feel comfortable. And, if you get the chance, if you're in the neighborhood, you can walk by also the day before camp on Sunday and say, this is where we're going to be coming tomorrow. If you think your child might need a little extra, reassurance about that. Sometimes having
I
more.
would love to have her come in and see her teachers beforehand, but that's right on her nap time and she's very good at napping, so I would not disturb that if I don't have to.
Okay, yeah, if you don't think you need to, that's fine, yeah. Oh gosh, did everybody hear me?
We did hear you.
Yes.
Throughout.
Susan.
I did hear you.
you.
We hear you.
Okay, all right, oops. All right, let me see. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's 5 o'clock. Let's see if I'm just looking at the, at this chat. Crocs, okay for sprinklers. If they're well fitting, I think it would be fine. As long as, I think that's up to you. It's nice because you can, they're kind of like water shoes, so that's nice.
They
Yeah.
talks about water.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we're supposed to send you in water shoes or not.
Okay, let's see. That might have been the last slide. Yeah, okay. So let me know if you have any other questions. And stop the share.
Yeah, hi, Susan. Just had a question about drop off. Right now, we're dropping off at 8 a.m. Is that still okay, or it has to be 8:30?
It's 8:30. Yeah, the teachers
Okay.
are arriving at 8:15.
Okay.
And yeah, it's a little shorter in the summertime.
Yeah. Understood. Thanks.
Sure. Anything else?
What time do the kids go outside? I'm just trying to think of applying sunscreen in the morning.
It's usually probably around 10:30.
Oh, okay.
We're making it a little bit earlier this year, just because of the heat of the day. We want to make sure that it's not too hot. The direct sun.
And generally, when then do they come back?
I would say about an hour. That can change too, depending if they have a picnic at the park. If there's something else going on, but generally that time, yeah.
Sorry, so there's no reapplication of sunscreen unless the kids are in the extended hours?
If they come back and they don't go out again, then yeah, probably not. But if they do go out again, they would need some more.
Okay.
So should we send a bottle of sunscreen with label her name on it and just be sure that it's in the backpack just in case?
I'm not sure, but I know we have sunscreen that we can use, but maybe someone else can answer that question.
So you should definitely, hi, I'm sorry, I'm Judy. I work at Park West Montessori. You'll definitely want to put sunscreen on your children in the morning before they come to school. The teachers may be willing to do it again before they go out if you fill out the sunscreen form. So we keep a list of anyone who's authorized. You would have to provide the sunscreen and label your child's name on it.
Yes, hi. My name is Freddie, I'm Adrian's dad. When would be nap time?
Nap time is it about is it 1:30 or ish?
I saw on the slide that it was ending around 2:30. Normally throughout the school year, it ends around 3 from what I've seen. Is that flexible or not?
It's
No,
flexible, and if the child is still sleeping, it's a very gentle process to wake them.
Perfect, thank you. Because mine's definitely going to sleep until 4:30 if you let her. So
You can also expect the younger children, like if your child is a toddler, to be going to sleep a little bit earlier than 1:30. It's usually closer to 12:45, 1 o'clock. But yeah, so expect a little bit of flexibility within that time based on the age and the age group that you're in.
That was
Thank
gonna
you
be
for-
my question. With the routine that they have right now, it's like 12:30 to 2 or so. And I just want to make sure I heard this correctly. Gentle routine awake, you're not waking them up, right?
At
Yes,
some
so-
point, they have to be woken up. It
Right.
depends. Yeah.
For your infant program, so Layla, it'll be very similar time to what you're experiencing now in the classroom, as an infant. The infants are certainly going to sleep earlier than the rest of the group of the children. And when it gets to be, when it's that time, when their nap's over, they're not necessarily waking them up, but we're not letting them sleep all day. So that gentle wake up is the lights are turned on, maybe their blankets are removed, the music's turned off, and there's just noise in the classroom, so they start to wake up. So that's what that gentle waking up is gonna look like.
Maybe we can just take a moment and each person I know that not all the admin staff is here, but if you are here, if you could just introduce yourself, which campus, that might be nice. Your title.
Hi, I'm Ellen. I'm the education director at Park West. I will be on campus for the session 4 for all of that. You might see me around a little bit before that, but I'll be around session 4.
Hi, I'm Matty. I am the education director at Central Park. I will be the first camp director here this summer. I will be here for session 1 and half of session 2.
Kate, you want to go next?
Sure. Hi, I'm Kate. I'm the office coordinator at Central Park, and I'll be here for session 1.
Judy? You already introduced yourself, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Is there anybody else on the call that's from admin? I don't see anybody else. Okay. Well, you'll meet all of us at some point. And meanwhile, any other questions before we close?
I have a question. This is Caitlin, Riley's mom. We are in a out of nap transition. And while we're not going to the first period, if during those 2 weeks before she goes to summer camp, we realize that like naps are not good for her nighttime sleep, what is the best way to communicate with the teachers that like maybe she shouldn't rest? We've been talking about it at class currently.
Definitely just let the teachers know that you've been starting to slowly phase out nap time. A warning that summer, children tend to nap that don't nap in the school year because it's hotter out, they're playing, they're more active than they are during the school year. So the teachers will definitely give them something to do. They'd have to sit on their cot quietly. So they might recommend bringing a book or bringing some sort of quiet activity that they can do. But if a child is falling asleep, we're not going to force them to stay awake. We will encourage them as much as possible. In the summer, it is tricky because of I think the heat and the extra moving activities that we do. The trend is we tend to have a lot of nappers, but definitely communicate that with the teachers in the first day. And, they have lots of tricks up their sleeve for entertaining children during nap time. Especially those EC teachers, where that's very common for most of that age group.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Okay, we have another question. Should the kids keep a pair of water shoes and a bathing suit at school, or should they just wear them to school on sprinkler days?
Typically, the teachers will share the schedule and oftentimes they'll send it home at the end of the day. As far as the shoes go, you're welcome to leave a pair. However, sometimes you might want them for the weekend or if you visit the sprinklers after school. So it's really up to you and how many pairs of water shoes you have available for your child.
And the bathing suits, a lot of times it is good to bring them home because they are wet and damp.
this is Margaret. My daughter's in the younger infant class, but she'll be moving to the older infant class. And just in terms of navigating that transition, she's so happy right now in her current room. And like for the younger age group, is there anything beyond just talking about it that we can be doing to prepare her to experience some change in her classroom experience?
Hi, Margaret. We can certainly send her classroom teacher over to meet her and spend a little bit of time getting to know her, and you can do the same during drop off or pickup. She'll be with some of her classmates. It's a good idea to just peek in the window when you're picking up and dropping off. And yes, a lot of talking about it is helpful.
Thank you.
Anything else? All right, well, it's going to be a wonderful summer. It's kind of feels like it's already here, but we'll enjoy seeing you and getting all together in a couple of weeks. All right, reach out if there's any questions. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
you.
Super useful.
Thank
Have a good
you.
day.
Bye.
Bye.